The date is August 19th, 2023. It was the 33rd Saturday of the year, also the same day as the Australia vs Sweden Women's World Cup bronze medal game, and 8 AFL teams are fighting for their spot in the finals. As we fast forward to the end of the home and away season, only 3 of the 8 teams who had a chance to make it failed to execute and fairly booked their holidays for September. But are we so sure that this final ladder is really fair? The final spots look like this: Adelaide finishing 10th, Bulldogs 9th, Sydney 8th, GWS 7th and St Kilda 6th spot. All of these teams were in a game difference from 9th to 7th, except for Adelaide, who was 2 games behind in wins. Don't let this ladder position fool you. Adelaide may be 2 wins away from Sydney, but should we ask ourselves if Sydney should actually be there? Let's look at the fixture for the Friday and Saturday games. I mean, a lot of these games determine the ladder at the end of the season, but, all of them were played fairly and not much controversy surrounding any of the games, maybe an upset or 2. But the thing that we're looking at now is the last game of that Saturday, which was the most intriguing out of all of them. Adelaide vs Sydney. The game took place at Adelaide's home ground and resulted in just a 1-point victory to Sydney. Everyone attending that game knew that this one would be crucial, with finals on the line for both teams. So let's cover what actually happened during this game. Adelaide's chances of finals seemed to be done. A 44-point deficit would be the club's biggest comeback if Adelaide were to win, and by this point, nobody had hope. Except for one man, the Texan. Not even 40 seconds later, Tex was paid a free kick and slotted a perfectly straight. Who knows what was being said in the change rooms at halftime, but whatever it was, it would be crucial for their comeback run. The margin was still the same from what it was at halftime. The goal was to score over 32 points in 20-minute quarter with time on. Was it possible? Back to back goals in under 4 minutes. It touched the post. Or did it? If we take a look at numerous angles, including the score review technology adding, the goal umpire, Daniel Hoskin, signalled the goal to be gone through as a behind, and refused to even use the goal line technology. So what happened after that? The next morning, the CEO of AFL, Gillian McLachlan, made a press conference expressing that the umpire made the wrong decision, and that if it was reviewed, the result would have been overturned to a goal. But what was very controversial was that the game was not overturned into an Adelaide win, purely because of the 1 minute remaining in that quarter. And Daniel Hoskin, who was the goal umpire who signalled the behind, was stood down for the rest of the AFL season in 2023. If the umpire signalled a goal and Adelaide eventually won the game, the final ladder would have looked like this instead, with Sydney losing 4 points and Adelaide getting them instead. It would see Adelaide playing finals in 2023. And that's how the Adelaide Crows were robbed.
Right in front of me! Right in front of me!